It's my neighbor's dog. Yeah, talk too much.
Is it Chihuahua or normal Ekiti dog? You don't know. Okay, your recording has started. Today we'll be talking about vulnerabilities in applications.
E4. Small.
Hmm?
I forgot to. That small dog that used to have too much hairs.
Chihuahua. It's called Chihuahua.
Oh,
Okay, so what are vulnerabilities? Vulnerabilities are flaws in a computer system that weaken the overall security of the device or system. Meaning that these vulnerabilities can be either weaknesses in either the hardware or the software. And they are very, very important that they are taken care of. Because it's just like you have a house and you notice that the key to your door, almost every key can open it. What do you think?
that means the door is vulnerable.
Yes, it is. When we were in school, because I schooled at Montessori International Secondary School, Abai, Umochana. That's where I did my early secondary school. So we had our lockers. All everybody has their keys, their padlocks. So at times you want to check if your key can open your neighbor's locker, because most times your neighbor might come and he forgot his key. So instead of breaking the padlock, he's looking for who has the same kind of padlock. Say, have fun now,
Okay.
Emeka, please help me check if your key can open my own. So people will come and start testing, come and start testing. If the guy is lucky that day, it will open. Somebody else will open it, bam, and he'll be happy. If he's not lucky, no key will open it. They have to break it. You see, they'll carry the locker outside and start breaking it, poke, 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 until it break. So for those who are in quotes happy that someone else's key opened their own, they are happy because they are not going to be breaking the door, and also they should be worried because now their locker
Yeah.
is not safe.
Yes.
You understand? Eh, so that's the same thing with computer systems. If your security system is so vulnerable or so soft that it can be opened from another person, then you should be very worried about it. So vulnerabilities can be exploited by a threat actor, like we all know, such as an attacker to either cross privilege boundaries, that is, maybe perform unauthorized action within that system. Person might loot things, might lock it, might disable things, and do an undoable. Meanwhile, aren't you guys done for the school semester? Aren't you guys done?
No. It's on the 24th that will go on the
Okay,
break.
okay, done. So, how is it done? How do you exploit a vulnerability? To exploit a vulnerability, an attacker must have at least one applicable tool or technique that can connect to the system's weakness. For someone to open your locker, the person must have what?
The person
Hmm?
must have a key.
Yeah, a key
For
that
someone to open your locker, the person will have. A key that
Yes,
can open your locker.
exactly. So that's what you say here. To exploit a vulnerability, an attacker must have at least one applicable tool or technique that can connect to a system.
Yeah.
So in this frame, in this thought of mind, vulnerabilities are also known as attack surface. When you ascend a bit more in the industry, they will call it attack surface. Someone can say the attack surface on this system is very poor, meaning the vulnerability, there are much vulnerabilities here. Or you can say the attack surface is very strong. If the attack surface is strong, it will take stronger muscle, stronger time, stronger techniques to break it. But if it is soft and weak, one hit and it's open. Okay, so we have various types of vulnerabilities which can be found in systems, but here we are highlighting just a few of them. We have here 8 common web vulnerabilities. We have SQL injection, which is the one we're going to be doing as a practical now in this capstone project. We have SQL injection. We also have, meanwhile, do you know the meaning of SQL? Do you know the full meaning?
Of
What's
is
the
that
full?
the meaning of SQL?
Yes, what's the full meaning? It's an acronym. What's the full meaning? Eh,
Let me remember it.
Any
Let me
idea?
remember it.
Structured. Started with structured. You don't know it.
Uh, okay,
Structured
wait,
query language.
structured query language. Yes, structured query language. Yes,
Pascal, that rest.
yes.
So it
Structured query
stands for
language.
structured query language injection. And it is a language just like we have programming languages. This particular language is used to talk to database, the database of systems. This particular language is used to talk to database. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we also have cross-site scripting. We also have broken authentication and session management. We also have cross-site request forgery. We also have insecure direct object references. So these are types of vulnerabilities that can exist in a computer system, more especially web applications. We also have security misconfiguration. What does this one mean on a layman term? What do you think?
Security means uh, I think like the wrong security code or
Wrong security configuration. When you
like
don't
maybe like when
configure,
someone is putting in password like guessing password to try and get
no.
the wrong
Guessing
password.
password is guessing password is brute force. Is an action called brute force. Security misconfiguration. When you misconfigure your phone, when you misconfigure your Wi-Fi, you forget your password or the password will be too open. So misconfiguration on its own is a word that stands for wrongly setting up something. Do you understand? Are you there or are you sleeping? Hello? Hmm. So we have the insecure cryptographic storage. We also have XML, that's external entity processing. Are you still there? Hope you can hear me. Okay, he's out and he's gonna come in again. Hmm. Let me get the our card. So the Kali Linux is off.
Okay. Sorry, sir.
Yeah,
Network
you're
was.
back. Meanwhile,
Yes, I'm back, sir.
do you have or have you set up? You have your Kali Linux running, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Why you did that? What about your juice shop? Have you been able to set it up?
No, no, no.
Interesting, because that is what we need for this capstone project. Let me explain the concept for you. I'm going to explain the concept for you.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Then you will find that we'll give you the instructions on how to set it up, how to download and set it up. Then once you are ready with your setup, then we can now proceed with the practical, because it will be nice that immediately after the practical you will be able to implement the job on your own system. So I will explain the I will explain what we are about
Thank
to
you.
achieve. Then after the explanation, you will get
Okay, sir.
directions on how to set up the system, the lab that is going to take this capstone project. Once you are able to do that very well, then we'll schedule for the uh, lab proper. Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Let me check stuff first. Hmm. Yeah, come in. Take it easy. So while the lab is building up, I just wanted to check if it's still updated on my panel. So let it build up first, so then I can explain what I want to explain
Okay, sir.
to you. Okay, so we are before you dropped off, we are listing the types of the vulnerability, right?
Yes, sir.
So we said we have also cross-site request forgery, and we also have an insecure direct object reference. We have insecure direct object reference. Hmm. Yeah, the lab is up and running on my system. Just wanted to be sure that it's still um, accessible. This is the article. Chrome, Chrome web browser. Okay, let's continue. We also have, yeah, system misconfiguration that we're explaining. Then we have insecure cryptographic storage. We also have XML, which is external entity processing. So these are types of what?
These are types of vulnerability.
Yes, and they are common in web applications. So the exercise will be the lab with SQL injection, SQL query language injection, which is a web security vulnerability that allows an attacker to interfere with the queries that an application makes to its database.
Yes, sir. Let me continue,
Read
sir.
this carefully, read this slowly. Read this slowly. Are you there or are you doing something else?
Yes, sir. No, I'm here, sir. Someone just called me, so I just called the call. I'm here, sir.
Okay. By the time you are done with your setup, you should have this. You will have this. You should have this.
Sir,
Yes?
this is your Kali Linux, right? Not the juice box, the
This
juice
now
shop.
is the juice box. This is the juice shop. Are you seeing it? Juice shop.
Okay, this yes, okay, juice shop. Okay, this one
So
now is the juice shop.
yes, inside the
Okay.
Kali Linux, I have to
This
set the lab
okay,
up.
okay, okay.
See, there are some
Inside the
commands
Kali
I
Linux.
ran. There are some commands I
Yeah.
ran to be able to set it up. First of all, I will download it, but I'm going to show you exactly the steps you're going to take. We have a video that we covered on how the steps you're going to take to set it up. So now this lab is
Okay, sir.
ready for work. So I wanted to check if mine is still intact and it is ready. Okay, let's get you the steps. So read this statement. You need to understand the execution.
SQ, SQL injection is a web security vulnerability that allows an attacker to interfere with the queries that an application makes with database.
Okay. So SQL injection demonstration error based actually. This type is subtagged error based, meaning we will depend on the errors that are coming out from the system to know if we are making headway or not. Step one, you have to set up your environment. You will need your Kali Linux machine. You will need a Burp suite. You also need, okay, Foxy Proxy was previously, but now we've already, there's been some modifications. So the browser you're going to be using will not need you to um, put in or install a Foxy Proxy. So it will automatically connect. We're going to be using Burp Suite browser. And when you use the Burp Suite browser, it automatically connects Foxy Proxy. Previously, like let me say 15 to 20 sets before you guys came in, they
Yeah.
have to do it manually. We have to install the Burp Suite, yes, then also install Foxy Proxy separately on our Mozilla Firefox. I'm saying 20 sets before your set. Pascal, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But currently now, things are a bit easier. So we're going to be using the browser that is inside the Bob suite, which has Foxy Proxy enabled. So to install or to set up, first you have to download after getting your Kali machine and your Bob suits, you have to download and install Juice Shop. It is an application. Juice Shop is just like Jumia store or any e-commerce store out there.
Okay. You can purchase all these sites from the juice shop.
Yes, if you watch very well, I mean, is a shop where they sell juice.
Okay.
That is where the name came out from, juice shop. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the case of Jumia, Jumia is an all-purpose store. They sell so many things. So we have to install, update, and install it. Then build up the npm, run it, and build it up. Building is what happened here. This is where the building happens. It's build it up and get everything set up before it comes to life. Then once the build up is correct, you can now be able to access it at localhost.3000, not 88.3000, and that is why I'm able to see it. That is why I'm able to find it, localhost.3000. This is where it is hosted. Then inside the Burp suite, you turn on your intercepts. For those that are using a Foxy proxy, they do that. Then on the step 3, of course, where is it? Okay. From there, the setup. Once your setup is done and completed, you will now commence the injection process. So let me show you specifically what is being done or what we want to achieve in your capstone project. Because it is very important to know what you are doing, know why you are doing it, and what you expected to get, so that when you see what you expected to get, you recognize it. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So we have this uh, this site, which is our juice shop. It can be any shop that sells stuffs. Meanwhile, I hope you know, and I hope you still remember that um, you can only practice in a controlled environment that you own. Just like I already set up this juice shop now. I'm the owner here. So I can run everything I want to run inside here. Anything of this nature that you do outside your jurisdiction, and you do it on someone's system, they're going to track you, they're going to find you, you're eligible to go in for police can arrest you, because those are not small stuffs. So you only do it and maintain all manner of know reasonability. Make sure you only attack or run systems on the ones you own. Even if you want to do some penetration testing for a friend, you say, please do it for me on my system. I want to know if my system is strong. It has to be in a written agreement. The person will sign, you have the physical copy or you have the soft copy. So that when Yawa gas, you will have an evidence. Otherwise, you will explain, tire. Know what?
No evidence.
Thank God. Evidence can only is the only thing that can save you. So
You
now,
can see.
yes, we are doing this in our. That is why you have to go through the stress of that setup. You have to go through the setup, the stress of setting it up, downloading it, so that everything you are working on, you're controlling, is inside your environment, inside your lab. It's not outside the lab. By the time you write your ISC2, you get your license, then you can be able to start, testing in your friends or someone who trusts you, who gives you permission to, work with. Even when you get in as get your internship, at least you have a license that certifies you as a cybersecurity personnel. At least that one is basic, because the more you go, the more you ascend, the more license, certifications, and levels you expected to have. Okay. So this is our juice shop. And of course, you know that this every application has let's say every application has an authentication method, right? Sorry.
Yes, sir.
So every application of this sort, every web application needs or has authentication, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, all this information on this site is supposedly stored inside what is called a database, right?
Yes, sir.
What does the database do anyway? What should it do? Or what does it do?
The database is like where the data is being stored.
Okay.
The data of the website. For this.
Yes. So we have this database that, of course, some of them are in rows and in columns. For example, the bank has a database where users log in. Where your name is, you have your name, your password, your username, your date of birth, your this, your that. The same thing with another person. Hope you know.
Yes, sir.
So whenever you log in, that logging in, that enter, that your username and password is being sent to the database to go and check and verify if truly you have an account here. Then if you have an account here, it will return access to you to grant you access into the application. True or false?
True.
Good. Now, what are we planning to achieve in testing for SQL injection?
We are trying to figure out the vulnerabilities.
We are trying to know if this system is SQL injection. And SQL injection, just like we explained, happens when, let me bring it up for you again. SQL injection is a web security vulnerability that did what?
Allows an attacker to interfere with the queries that an application makes to the database.
Does it make a little bit sense? So
I
this,
don't really understand that.
good. Now,
Like, so I explain it to like,
I'm going to break it down. So that's why I told you, you need rapt attention. You don't need to be doing this, doing that during your class. You waste your
okay,
time and it is not good for you.
okay, sir.
This statement, SQL injection vulnerability, allows an attacker. Okay, let's bring it home. When your key can be accessed by every other key, let's call that vulnerability key access vulnerability. Then we'll now say key access vulnerability allows an attacker to use his own key and open the key to your locker.
Okay.
Now, SQL injection allows an attacker to manipulate the queries. Queries means sending information to go and bring you an information, sending commands. If you want to find something inside the database, you
Oh,
send a command. That command is what we call
okay.
query.
Okay, that means the command now will bring in information
Yes,
from
that
the.
command is meant to go to the database, find the information and bring it back to you.
Okay, 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 okay.
Now, this particular vulnerability allows an attacker to interfere with these commands, meaning you might originally tell the command to go to the database and find you or to verify your username and password. The attacker can manipulate that command and make it to go there and export your username and your password to him.
Okay, let me
So that is what SQL injection means. And that is what we are trying to find out. We are trying to find out if this system is vulnerable to this particular vulnerability called SQL injection, which stands for Structured Query language injection. Have you fixed your environment? I need to hear your voice. You need to be active in the class.
Okay. The man is done cutting. They are fixing our floor.
It's all right, man. So you understand what SQL injection tends to do. Ask question.
Yes, yes. The the SQL is it allows the person that is attacking the system to get commands that he can use to access the database
Yes,
where he can use information.
to to interfere with those commands, to manipulate those commands.
Manipulate.
Yes. So now, normally for a real user who has his username and password already saved in the system will go in and put his username and password, right?
Yes, sir.
Once he presses enter, those information he puts in will be sent in through this interface that we all can see, and it will go into the database, and the database will use that information and cross-check if that username and password is here. If it has been registered, it will tell you access. The person will now be logged in. If you did not find it, what will you tell the person? Wrong username or password. Do you understand? Yes. Yes. So now, our threat actor or our penetration tester would want to know how strong this interface is and how strong this database is in sieving out or validating users. How strong is this interface is in validating users. Okay. For us to achieve SQL injection, we have some commands we are going to be sending in place of the real username and password. So we will send in a fake or a username and password that is not real. What will you expect in return?
To tell you wrong password or
Good. That is the normal way. But now here is the plot twist. For it to even tell you that it's wrong username and password, it means it has reached the database, right?
Yes.
And that is exactly what the attacker wants. He wants his leg to touch the database first. Once his leg touches that database, then he can manipulate the database. But if his leg has not touched the database, he cannot be able to manipulate that database. Are you understanding a little bit?
Yes.
So what this attacker
That
will
means
do is to send in something, anything that will at least reach the database. Let that database return back and tell me that, oh, this is a wrong username and password. Then he will know, okay, I can touch the database. So he sends in, or we are going to send in a username and password that is not in the database. We'll send it and see if it will fly and get it to the database, whether the database will process it and tell us, oh, sorry, your username and password is not found here, or incorrect username and password. Meanwhile, for a secured system, it should not even enter. It should not even go through. Because anything that makes it to go through is already a vulnerability. That key that they are going to start testing, let's test whether this key will open it. You should not even accept the key in the first place. Do you get the idea?
yes, sir.
A system that is strong should not even accept the key, let alone trying to check whether it will open it or not. But here, this juice shop is intentionally left vulnerable so that you and I, can test these vulnerabilities and see how it works. Unfortunately, so many systems out there are loose, and that is your job. When you get hired, you will help them to fix it because you already see what is happening in the back. You already see how these things play out.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And that is why you are getting paid, and that is why they'll pay you. They pay you for bringing solutions. They pay you for fixing. As a penetration tester, you break, validate the breaking, see the whole breaking process, then you fix. But for a threat actor, the threat actor does not ask for permission. He breaks and he steals. That's the difference between an ethical hacker and a threat actor. So this is what we are going to be doing on your capstone project. We're going to see the process of this breaking in, what will enable us to do the breaking in, and after breaking in, how far can we go inside the database? Are we able to see the cards that the people use, their wallets? Are we able to see the contents of the database? How far can we go in? Are we able to export? So this is what your capstone project entails as a final year student. Why they earlier they call it final year. Yeah. So remind me immediately after the class. I will send you the clip on how to download and set up your juice shop. Make sure it is running because that's what you're going to be using in your next class. And I hope you will be able to do that before the weekend runs out. Any other question before we
Okay.
roll up?
No, no, I'm okay, sir.
Okay, Pascal, thank you very much. And I think we had a visitor during the class. Edith,
Yes, Mr. Edith.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Can we hear from you? Introduce
Yes, sir.
yourself.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Um, Good afternoon, class.
Yes,
Good
welcome.
afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. My name is Ishaq Abdullah.
Welcome.
The class has been quite
You joined us when it's
I
almost finished.
catch I barely catch the glimpse of the introduction into the cybersecurity.
Mm-hmm.
It's been quite interesting, you know.
It's all right. No problem. Welcome, man.
Although,
Yeah.
okay, sir. Thanks, sir.
Yeah, we expect to see you in the program. Yeah. He came from YouTube. You're coming from YouTube, right?
Yes,
Or
sir.
from the adverts?
Both from the advert then to the
Adverts.
YouTube, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay. Someone called this morning from the YouTube. I thought you. It's all right. No problem. So, see you guys around in the program. Pascal, see you next time in the class. And Edit Pro, we would love to see you in the program too. Have a nice afternoon, guys. Take care. Have another class for you.
Okay, take care, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
So you're getting the recording probably in the next few hours. The recording will be available in your folder.
Okay, sir.